It's story time tea. That's me. And today I'm here to tell you a little story about one of my previous Valentine's days, okay? I figured in the spirit of Valentine's Day, I should drop a Valentine's Day story. And I just wanted to let you guys know ahead of time that this small little story right here is a part of a very big story that is actually very ridiculous. And I'm not going to tell you certain information because I want to tell you when I tell you the big story, okay? So if you're feeling like, oh, I don't have every detail that I would have liked to have, you will have it in due time. But being as though the story is longer and absolutely ridiculous and a pretty good one, I'm waiting until I get 500 subscribers to tell that story. So there you go. Okay, so let me set the scene. It was a couple years ago, okay? And around this time, I was dating a guy. I would say like December-ish. I was dating this guy. And he was very original in the way he thought, to say the least. And we did not pair well, okay? We got into a relationship out of circumstance and not out of like love and compatibility, I feel like. And I realized that, and once I realized that, I was like, I probably should, like, you know, cut this. And so that's what I did. I was like, this relationship is not what's best for either one of us, so I feel as though we should break up. And we weren't together, but I felt like there was a need for a formal breakup because I'll tell you about it at another time. But yeah, so we weren't together. And so I broke up with him like December 8th-ish or something like that, because it was still like early December. And he didn't really like the fact that we broke up. Obviously, he just was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And I'm like, bro, I can't believe you. But like, I went on with my life. And so like a couple months had passed. It's like February the 1st. He contacts me. He's just like, Tisha, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? And Tisha ignored him. I'm just like, why is this man texting me? So yes, I did in fact ignore him. And then the very next day, he texted me again. I feel like you were busy yesterday. Were you busy yesterday? Doesn't matter. I just wanted to make sure that you saw my text and you actually respond. So it is very important to me that you give me a text back and let me know what you're doing for Valentine's Day. Obviously, I'm like, bro, get off of my phone. What's going on? And so I'm like, yo, chill. And so I respond and I'm just like, I'm doing what I do every single Valentine's Day, and I'm working. I'm just like, do you know nothing about me? I hate you. Like, I'm tired of this. Like, this is ridiculous. Go away. Because a little background information, I do not like Valentine's Day like that. I don't feel like it's very important, and I feel like a lot of these holidays are just days, and if I want to celebrate a person, I'll just celebrate them. I don't need a certain day to tell me, oh, this is the day that you need to be celebrating. And so if the person that I like does not care about it, I don't care about it, and we don't do anything. And also, I work in the food industry, and Valentine's Day is one of the top days in the food industry. Valentine's Day and Mother's Day, it's like everybody and their daughter is outside and they at a restaurant. Or everybody and their daughter is wanting food catered. Like, it's Valentine's Day, bro. Like, get out of here. And so I'm like, I'm going to be at work like I am every year. And I'm going to be there all day because this is a big holiday. I'm just like, everybody and their mama care about this holiday. So I'm going to get to the bag. Relax. And so he's just like, oh, so are you getting off early or are you getting off late, da-da-da. And obviously I ignored him. I'm like, sir, I'm not telling you all of that. You are not my man. I don't want to talk to you. I want you to leave me alone, and you refuse to go away. This is ridiculous. And so he did not text me back after I ignored him. Obviously, he texted me those 2 times, and when I didn't respond, he was like, all right, let me leave her alone for a second. And so he had like came to my house and left like this like Valentine's Day basket at my door like February the 7th or 6th or something like that. And inside of the basket was like a bunch of things that just let me know that it was a good decision for me to stop talking to him, because it was peanut butter fingers and Reese cups and a little bowl. I think I took a picture of it. If I took a picture of it, I'm gonna put the picture right here. I cannot express to y'all how annoying it was to receive this, because I was just like, bruh, if you're gonna do something, at least do it right. I literally hate all things that have peanut butter in it. Like all peanut type thing. Like, I will kill a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but I absolutely despise like peanut butter fingers or whatever they called, like Butterfingers and fucking Reese's. Like, I know y'all gonna try to flame me up like Reese's is so good. I don't give a fuck. I don't care, okay? I don't eat it. I do not like it. And that's what he gave me. I'm just like, bruh, I would have preferred you gave me some M&Ms. Like, like, I understand that Valentine's Day is a day that you give chocolates, I guess. But like, bruh, if you gonna do something, just do it right. You didn't even do the right thing. I didn't want anything from you in the first place. But now you done gave me something and I gotta find somewhere to put this at. Like, I gotta find somebody to get this to, because I don't want to just throw it away. But also, I'm not eating this. And then he had like just random colors. It was like blues and yellows and stuff. And I'm just like, who likes yellow? Yo, I was just so irritated by this whole thing. I'm just like, I already don't really like Valentine's Day, and you just made me just want to like, I was so mad, yo. I was so fed the fuck up. I'm just like, bro, this is crazy. And so I just took the stuff in the house. I'm just like, I guess I'll give it to my dad or something. Like, like, I don't know. And I don't even think he eat that, because like we eat very similarly. So I'm just like, bro, where am I putting this at? And so then it was like January the 7th. I go to work. Like, we're like prepping some stuff. And like, I'm just at work minding my business. And then like the lady from like upstairs at the office or whatever, because it was like floors inside of the place I worked, she like came past, you know, like smiling at me or whatever. She always is nice for real, but it was like a weird type of smile, like a I know something about you type of smile, like, oh hey, like when somebody trying to hide like the fact that they're like a part of celebrating your birthday or something. Like, you see somebody and they got your gifts in the back of the car and they done covered it up and they just like, oh shit, they might see, like, type of smile. Like, that was the type of smile. I don't know, it just looked like she was trying to deceive me or something. Like, I don't know, it was just the vibe. It was the vibe in the air. And that was like a couple days for Valentine's Day, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck is going on? And so I keep on minding my business and everything, you know me. And so go to work the rest of the week, whatever. So I think like maybe 3 days before Valentine's Day, my boss come up to me. And at the time, like, I was cool with this boss at this job. Like, he was the head chef and he was like really nice. I loved him. I used to be at his house with his family and everything. I miss him. But yeah, so like me and my boss, like, we was really cool for real. And he just came up to me with his face, and I couldn't like even put words to his facial expression, because I just was so confused by his face. I never seen him with this face before. And he came over to me. He's like, Tisha? And I'm like, yes. He's like, so I just want to ask you, are you in a relationship right now? I have the answer already, but are you in a relationship? And I'm like, no. And he was like, very interesting. Okay. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And so he just like goes on about the day, and I think like at the end of the day or like next shift, he came up to me and he was just like, okay, so I already solved this problem. And I'm like, what problem? Like, I didn't know that there was a problem. You didn't say anything to me previously about there being a problem. What problem is it? And he's just like, okay, so somebody contacted us. I'm like, contacted y'all? Contacted y'all? Who contacted y'all? Like, what do you mean by that? And about what? I'm like, this is my job. I'm like, am I getting arrested? I'm like, yo, what is going on? I'm like, did I commit fraud and I just don't know I've committed fraud? Like, bro, I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused. And so I'm sitting there and I was just like, bro, who would contact my job? Who would contact my job, y'all? So he's just like, well, somebody was trying to set up a private dinner to ask for your hand in marriage on Valentine's Day. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. And pay to have it here and to have all of us come and celebrate with you your engagement. And they said that they will bring a dress and some shoes for you to change into, and that you will have your engagement on Valentine's Day. Y'all, I was pissed. And so I'm just looking at my man's like, hey, yo, because you know that I stopped talking to this man months ago. You might have not ever heard his voice before or seen him before, but you know who it is. Because that man was the only man that I was talking to at that point in time. So I'm just like, when it ended in December, you was there for that. You were there for that. So I don't know what the miscommunication was, but this is fucking insane. And so he's just like, yeah, and so he just wanted us all to participate and to surprise you with the engagement party. And I said, no, we will not be participating in that. We will not be making food for that. And we will not help you set Artisha up. I'm like, nigga. And this was a white man, so I was like, bro, this is insane. I'm like, I've never in my life had somebody annoy me so much. You going to set up to have an engagement party for a person that you're not even in a relationship with? And like at this time, like I think this was like after the Super Bowl thing. Like I had another video about the time that I got tricked on a date, okay? So watch that video too. But like the time I got tricked on a date and that whole Super Bowl thing was after this or was it before this? I literally cannot remember. I think the Super Bowl thing was after this. So this was like very new to me. I'm like, niggas be wilding like this? I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, what do you mean? And then the fact like we're not in a relationship and we're not even dating anymore. Like literally I don't ever text you back. Like there's no wool over your eyes. It's not like we're dating and you think that this is going somewhere and I'm deceiving you or anything. Like we're literally not together, and I told you formally why we aren't together, and now you're calling up my job and trying to get them to set up dinners for me for us to be getting engaged. Like how much sense does that make? You don't even know my best friend's name. How are we gonna get engaged? I'm like, if you don't get the yo, I was fed fuck up. Okay, so after that, I'm just like, all right, obviously this man is insane. He is insane. And so then he texted me, because like he texted me like 3 days before, like, I got a surprise for you. And I'm just like, a surprise. But like I ignored him. But yeah, so then like once that happened on like the 10th or something like that, I don't know, I think it was like 10th or 11th he said that to me. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna have to like get somebody to like come get me from work when I come to work. Like this man is actually crazy. Like he was calling my job consistently and trying to talk to people, and because one person denied him being able to do that, and so then he tried to talk to another person, but then that person contacted the head chef, and the head chef was like, we're not doing that. And so like he really was trying to get in there. Like you called my job multiple times, asked multiple different people, try to set this thing up, and they're just like, no. The answer is no. And like I'm glad that these people like know me and know to ask. But like it was insane. I'm just like, bro, because if I would have came in here on a day that I was supposed to work, and then somebody was just like, oh, somebody trying to propose to you, I'm coming out there and I'm gonna fight you. Because I'm mad. Like at this point it's a form of embarrassment. Like you embarrassing. Get out of here. Like I don't like when people impede on my work. Don't come to my job on nothing dumb. Ever. I don't even want to, no. I'm not even about to, yo, I'm mad again. So yeah. After that whole situation, I texted him. I was just like, so you tried to contact my job to like say whatever it was that you wanted to say. We are not dating and I don't want to date you. So I think that it's very odd that you keep on trying to do things on Valentine's Day with me. Like we're not a thing. And he's just like, not yet. And I'm just like, I'm going to have to fight you. At this point, I'm going to have to fight you. Because you're not accepting reality. Like, you're just living in your own little world and you're just saying that things is going to be a certain type. Like, bruh, No. And so, like, the day before Valentine's Day came, and he, like, came to my house. And I'm just like, why is this man outside my house? And as I told y'all, at that point in time, I had 2 doors, and it was like you had to get into the first one by having a key or somebody opening it for you, and then you would go to the second door, okay? It didn't have like a lobby or anything, but it was still like 2 doors that you had to get through. And so he was outside that first door, like ringing my bell and like knocking on the door, trying to see if one of my neighbors will open the door up. But none of my neighbors will open the door for him. They're just like, who is this man? And then like he was knocking at like this peculiar ass time, like it's like 11 p.m. What's going on? Why is you banging on somebody's door at 11 p.m. talking about something you need to see them? What are you talking about? And so like everybody in my apartment building was fed up with this man, because this wasn't even the first time that he came to my house, but it was the night before Valentine's Day or whatever. And so it was just like he was just wilding outside, and I wasn't paying him no mind. I heard him because I was literally sitting in my living room watching TV, and my volume don't be that loud, but I didn't care. I'm just like, bro, why are you at my door? And so actual Valentine's Day came, and I went to work like I was supposed to, and I'm at work. I think it's like right before we about to plate up food, and I look outside and he's there, and I'm just like, why is this man outside my job? Mind y'all, let me describe to y'all how this little man looked, because he had a very beautiful face. Very beautiful face. That's how he got me, y'all. He was so pretty. His face was so pretty, but his body, like, he was littler than me. He couldn't have been more than like 115 pounds. I'm like, boy, I will pick you up and drop you on your neck. I'm like, if you don't get from outside my job. I was so livid. And I'm just like, bro, I don't even be fighting people, y'all. I'm so sweet. I'm so nice. Like, if somebody was to hit me, I wouldn't even start fighting. I would try to de-escalate the situation. I'm just like, bro, we do not need to fight. Like, we are grown adults. And at that point in time, I was still a grown adult. It's not like this was so many years ago. So, like, I was still a grown adult. I'm like, bro, I'm not going to jail for nobody. I'm not going to jail for nobody. I'm not even sitting in no little baby cell for nobody, like, for no amount of time. I don't care. And so I'm just like, I'm not going to come out there and pick you up and drop you on your head. But I want to let you know that I'm capable of these things. And please get from outside my job. So I was so mad, and I was about to text him, but I was just like, bro, I don't want him to know that I see him, because that's just giving him too much energy. And he just... I was just so mad. I'm just like, bro, I'm not falling into this. Like, I'm not going to, like, give you the attention that you so seeking, because, like, this is ridiculous at this point. I already told you I'm busy on Valentine's Day. That don't mean pull up to my job. Like, if I wanted you to pull up to my job, I would be like, I'm busy, but you can, like, no, bro. No, bro. Like, bro, get out of here. So I'm mad. And, like, my boss... I think it was my boss. One of my coworkers. I don't know if it was my boss or if it was like one of the servers of that night. But they came over to me and it was like, you know that guy that's standing outside? And I'm just like, yes, I know who that is. Please do not look at him. Do not go out there and say anything to him either. Just let him stand there. Let him stand there. Let him be dumb. And like at this point in time, it was February, so like it was getting late early. And so he's just standing outside like basically in the dark, because my old job was like a big house, like a big mansion, like a big white mansion in the back skirts of the land. Like, it's not like on the outside street, so you gotta drive up past a parking lot to get to my job. Like, you had to really so it's just like, it's dark back there. Like, they got little lampposts, but it's dark back there. And then there's a bunch of woods all around it. Like, there's woods and gardens and whatever all, like, around it. So it's just like you literally stand out there looking like Jason for what reason on Valentine's Day. Like it was so odd. I'm like, bro, get out of here. So after my coworker had said something to me, I was like, bro, just let them know that this crazy man is outside. So, like, everybody, like, please, no, like, don't go outside. Like, if y'all want to call the cops, y'all can call the cops if y'all want to. I ain't gonna stop y'all, but, like, y'all don't have to. He ain't fit to do nothing. He just fit to stand out there and look dumb. so just let him go. I'm like, just let him go. He's gonna leave eventually because he dumb, okay? And so everybody's just like, all right. So we going on about our days. everybody, it's fucked up. Everybody's just laughing at him because we're like, how ridiculous are you? And we go. We serve the food. Everything's good. Whatever. We get done. I come back. He's gone. Seemingly. I don't know. But, like, I'm supposed to get off in, like, 2 hours. And so, like, I called my best friend and my ex-boyfriend to, like, see if one of them could pick me up. Because I'm just like, this is out of control. Because, like, he's just out there. And I don't want to go home on my own. And this little man is just standing out there. And the thing that made it worse is that, like, he don't even have a car. So it's just like, you really, like, did you catch the bus up here? Or you got an Uber to my job and you just go sit outside my job? Like, it was so random. Like, if he had a car that he was sitting in being a creep, it would be different because it's just like, well, you might have went out of your way to get here, but you ain't go crazy out your way. Like, bro, you paid for an Uber or you fucking paid to get a bus ride up here and then walked from the bus stop all the way around here. Because you don't even know the shortcut. So you walk all the way down, all the way around to get up into my job. Why did you do that? And so, like, I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, you're actually a crazy person. And so, like, I'm not even going to chance it. I'm just going to get somebody to pick me up. And so, either my best friend was, like, out of town or, like, whatever. But, like, yeah, my ex-boyfriend picked me up. And I never got in that man car that quick. Like, yo, I was just like, with my little big bag, and I had my little face mask on because I love to have a face mask on. Got in the car, and he's just like, girl, who are you running from? And I'm just like, let me tell you something. And then I just start telling him about this because I'm just like, bro, this man is crazy. Like, this is not even a funny story. This is just ridiculousness for real. I'm just like, bruh, I literally can't live. Like, it's not even like you thought that something was, like, you didn't think that anything was finna happen. Like, you really are insane. And I'm just like, I don't have time for this. And so, we left. I went home. Once I got home, I think like an hour after I got home, the guy texted me and was just like, hey, I didn't get to see you today. So, today was not a good day. I'm going to see you tomorrow. I know that you were busy today. But I want to celebrate Valentine's Day. So I will see you. I'm like, is that a threat? What you mean you ain't finna see me? You ain't fit to see shit. I'm like, bro, you better get out of here. I'm like, what do you mean you gonna see me tomorrow? No, you not. And then like I was just like, please don't let this man pull up to my house. I don't feel like dealing with this. I'm like, bro, I should have told my ex to stay over here. I'm like, bro, because you being weird. Like, what is going on? Like, get your life together. And so, after that, like, that whole rest of the week, like, cause I don't even remember what day of the week Valentine's Day was on. But it wasn't like Valentine's Day was on, like, Saturday or something, like, the end of the week. Like, Valentine's Day was probably on, like, Wednesday or something. I don't even know. But, like, it was during a weekday. And so, for the whole rest of the week, he kept on saying, like, how he was fit to see me. Like, oh, I'm going to pull up at your job, or I'm going to pull up at your house, and I'm going to see you because I see that you too busy to make time for me, so I'm going to have to make time for you. You ain't got to make time for me. You ain't got to take no time out of your life for me at all. And so, yeah, he was just slightly delusional and had too much time on his hands, I would say. And I would just like to urge you guys to never impose your ideas of Valentine's Day onto other people. Just see how other people feel about Valentine's Day and, you know, go from there. Like, this man is insane. Don't do that. I don't think that anybody that makes sense in the world would ever do anything like that. Also, don't propose to people on Thanksgiving, like, or on Christmas or any holiday. Why would you propose to somebody on Valentine's Day? Like, how fucked up is that? How messed up is that? Like, don't nobody want their anniversary to be on Valentine's Day. Like, that's ass. So, yeah, that's what I would like to say. Moral of the story is, if you are, in fact, a person that deals with a lot of different types of people, you know, be careful who you let know where your job is at. Because people do crazy things with that type of information. Also, be careful who you let know where you live at, you know, because people do crazy things with those things as well. Like, you know, that information is very important information, and, you know, you don't want to end up like me, having people call your job and try to set up proposals. You don't want to do that. Like, now, yeah, people don't be knowing where I live at, because that's crazy. Why would you do that? Nobody knows what place I work at now. Nobody. There's one person that knows where I work, and that's it. Because people are crazy. So yeah, for me, story time Tish Latty is over. Peace and love.